Okay, we're now going to, ladies and gentlemen, focus on duplication as well as promoting. Um, this is very important, and I know that many of you have, in the other previous recordings with trainings, you've heard me talk about make sure that you're doing something that people can duplicate. And as we talk about duplication, ladies and gentlemen, it's important again to remind yourself that you always want to use the tools that the company gives you to share with people. Again, you can be the person that has an unbelievable gift of sharing information to where it just flows out of your mouth, just like poetry. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is important to understand that not everybody has that gift of communicating the way that you might. Is that a great asset to have? Absolutely, it is, and that's a gift, and be grateful that you have that. But at the same time, understand that this is a business that, when you think about systems, systems are strong because everybody follows the exact same thing. It's no different than McDonald's. I can go to McDonald's in Houston, Texas, and then when I land in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I stop at a McDonald's there, it's interesting. The Big Mac is going to taste identical to the Big Mac that I had in Houston, Texas. If I fly all the way to Hong Kong, if I fly all the way to Australia, again, notice the Big Mac itself is going to taste the same. Why? Because it all comes from the exact same system. So when we talk about this business that you have, this home-based business, remember that this is really considered a franchise. You should have the exact same system. Your team should be trained in using the exact same system that you're using. So again, that's why it's important to use all the tools that are available for you. So for instance, again, when you introduce people to the business and you're excited about it, again, you want to share just enough to get them excited to where now you can move them along to the first exposure or to your next exposure, which may be your home business party, or maybe it's your one-on-one sit down. Maybe it's you're emailing them one of your video presentations where they can watch the information. You do not want to be in a position where you're now trying to do a live presentation over the phone or in front of this person on the business opportunity. That's a big no-no, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're successful in bringing in people, the breakdown, what happens is those people are going to go out and try to do the exact same thing. They're going to call you up and say, Marcus, I just did a one-on-one business presentation, and I wanted to just, stick my head in a bowl full of pudding because I felt so humiliated. It was awful. I couldn't remember what you said. I couldn't remember the story that you told about the person when you introduced them. It fell apart. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's because that person had no business trying to do that. But again, if you're showing your prospects a video presentation, a DVD, a CD player, you're funneling them into some type of audio sizzle call or some type of exposure, they're going to do the exact same thing that you're doing. So it's important to understand, again, when you're thinking of duplicating and creating that synergy throughout your organization, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to all start by what you're doing. And, as I always talk about systems, that's where the momentum and the energy takes place, is when everybody can tap into doing the exact same thing. Then remember, the information is the same. See, the problem is when you try to explain something and then they go and watch a presentation, then the breakdown happens because you may say something that the video doesn't say or doesn't mention, or it does mention. So what happens is, ladies and gentlemen, you start breakdown happening and confusion happening within your presentation. Keep this thing together by showing people a presentation. Remember, they're going to keep everything within the system. Systems work. It's when people start breaking and start breaking apart doing their own thing where the system fails, because now you're doing your own thing. So you have an organization that's scattered. No one is doing the exact same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I will talk about the system. You have a system in place that works for you. Always refer back to the system. It's extremely important for your success. Now, ladies and gentlemen, touching back on duplication, it's important that once you get your people into the business, you want to funnel them into the fast start training just like you're doing so that again, they understand how to plug into a system that's there. It's no different than again when you join McDonald's and you purchase a McDonald's franchise, or when I purchased my nutritional shop. I had to go to training for 2 weeks and learn the ins and outs of the business so that I knew how to plug into the system. In fact, those franchise companies, they hire a team of people that fly out to your establishment to make sure that you're following the system. Ladies and gentlemen, just think about it. Like McDonald's. If you walked into McDonald's and all of a sudden you walked in and they decided they're going to change the title of the Big Mac to the Mac Taste Delicious Sandwich of the Week or whatever. They come up with some, the Big Mick or whatever. I'm just coming up with some fun ideas here. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, when that starts happening, the breakdown of the McDonald's system starts to happen. That's the beauty about going to McDonald's is you can go there and you can order the number 9 or the number 6 meal or the McNugget meal, but if they change that around and they call it a different name, then all of a sudden now you have a breakdown in the system. Well, that's the same thing when we talk about duplication. You want to keep the system together. When the system is tight like that, ladies and gentlemen, that creates momentum. When momentum is happening, people are excited, which means there's unbelievable energy and synergy happening. When that happens, everybody's blessed financially because money is starting to flow all throughout your organization. That's the key. And lastly but not least, I want to talk to you about promoting. Promoting is just one of the biggest things I can tell you. Well, what do you mean, Marques, by promoting? I mean opening your mouth and always telling people about your business. You should be the best promoter in the world. I can tell you, I have met so many people that have become big, huge money earners. And when you listen to them and hear their stories, they will tell you, Marques, I'm not the best presenter, and I'm not the best when it comes to selling things. But they'll tell you, but I am unbelievable about when it comes to promoting. And these are the people, and many of you have been on those conference calls where somebody gets on the call and they're saying, hey, Marques, I have this guest today, or I have 3 guests on the call today. And you're thinking to yourself, didn't you just have 3 guests on the call yesterday? Ladies and gentlemen, that person is an awesome promoter. Those are the people that are always making great money in this industry because they know how to get people to the opportunity call. They know how to get people to meet them at a Starbucks and to do a roundtable presentation and then show them a video presentation of the business. These are people that know when there's some type of event coming to town, maybe at a hotel, they know how to get a lot of people to that hotel meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, become an awesome promoter. Anytime that there's an opportunity to get someone onto a conference call or to a home business party or to a hotel meeting or to a one-on-one sit-down presentation, get them there. Promote, promote, promote. I can tell you, don't go into cruise mode when you join your business. I can't begin to tell you how many people join. They're excited. And when you call them up, you ask them, have you had anybody on the call? No, well, not yet, Marques. Don't be that person. Again, get excited about this opportunity and this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, as I tell you this, again, this industry is changing people's lives. They are saying within the next 10 years that they are expecting over 10,000 new millionaires to emerge out of the home-based business industry. Ladies and gentlemen, they haven't even said how many 6-figure earners or how many maybe strong 5-figure earners. The bottom line is this is going to become a full-time way of life blessing for so many people financially in this industry. You are right there. If you're listening to this, most likely you've made the decision to partner with us. Ladies and gentlemen, my thing to you is to release the brakes. Just go. Find the nearest cliff, jump, and grow wings on the way down. Get excited about your business. You are in a position to change your life. Thank you so much for your time. God bless.